Hey traders and investors, it's Serge Berger here. Today we have to look at Facebook. Facebook, of course, just came out with great earnings for a great company that has a lot more potential to grow in the coming years. So I'm remain very bullish on the company and its growth outlook, but we do have to be able to distinguish between that and the more near-term patterns of trend exhaustion in any given stock. So let's look at this. First of all, as a reference point, last time I made a public video on the stock, I believe it was April the 4th. I'm linking to that video here. And at the time, I said the stock looks to be overbought and it was due for a pullback down for a few bucks. It did so, more or less reach our price target there. And now a new trade looks to be setting up. So let's walk you through it. First of all, very simply, you can see after this most recent post earnings rally. We'll look at this more closely in just a second. But the big picture view, you can see we very much are now at a point where stock is back up at this area of resistance. What you tend to see, and this is, you can look through just about any chart of most different asset classes, when a stock typically breaks out of an already fairly orderly or steep incline like this to the upside, ultimately does tend to mean very quick. Okay, so even if Facebook rallies from here on a little bit more and breaks out of this line of resistance, or the upper end of the channel, I should say, even then the odds are very high that it'll start coming back in again and mean revert. So to me, chasing the stock higher here, unless you have a real quick time frame, has very low probability just from that fact alone. From a momentum perspective, we have to wait for the momentum oscillators to catch up with price here over the next couple days or two. But here too, I would suspect these to start moving up and become somewhat overbought. Let's look at the near term where the picture isn't as clear, which is exactly why we need to have that longer term view for reference point. But what you can see here that the stock is getting overextended again back above its 200, 150-day moving averages, and and basically is actually now working on this lateral breakout. So from that perspective, again, this could be very bullish. But if you consider what I just showed you before, if you consider that in the big picture that most technology stocks are going to weigh, it's somewhat difficult to see this stock break out to a new momentum high. That's really the call here. The call isn't necessarily the stock can't remain here or and maybe even move a little bit higher. I have a very difficult time imagining a stock's going to make a new momentum breakout here above this line of resistance or the upper end of this trading range of this channel, I should say, that I discussed for the very reasons that again, we are very much at the upper end, and even if we do see an overextension rally, a blowout rally, the odds are quite high that we'll see gravity start coming to work and putting the stock lower. So it's not necessarily short Facebook, but I think the upside here is quite capped through a multi-week, multi-month lens. So that's a little perspective on Facebook, guys. Please like the video. Do me a huge favor if you could like my video. So give us a like. It's how I move in YouTube ranks. If you got any questions, you can leave any comments down below. I'll be happy to answer those. And I will see you guys in the next video.